Hello lovely people, it's another amazing edition of Health Zone on PLTV. Please don't forget to like and share and comment as we are about to talk about lettuce. Yes, lettuce. A lot of people talk about lettuce and we see them in our vegetables every day, but we don't know all the things, the aspects, all the advantages and disadvantages of lettuce in our lives. So now let's focus on everything you need to know about lettuce. Lettuce is often thought of as only a filler for salads. The humble lettuce can offer much vegetable. It's one of the most positive more. Yes, with a wide range of delicious varieties available, all offering myriad health benefits, it makes a fantastic addition to our daily diets. Did you know that there are many different types of lettuce? And they all peak at different times of the year. Some of the most commonly available varieties include iceberg, romaine, and coarse. But there are also butterhead lettuces as well as ancient version called culture, which tends to be grown primarily for its stems. Now, let's look at the types of lettuce we have. Remember, the names vary in different countries. So today we'll focus on the general names that are being called. So we have the Boston babe, the romaine, the Kelly endive, the arugula, the kale. This is the iceberg that we spoke about not long ago. We have spinach, mesclun mix, escarole, and we have the red one, which is also radicchio, the watercress, which is normally grown in the water areas. We have the sorrel, we have the leaf lettuce, which is very common because this is what we see all the time. And we have the Belgian endive, we have the green beet, and then we have the collard mustard. And in other European countries, we have the Boston babe, the red leaf, the radicchio, as we said earlier, and cabbage, iceberg, treviso, the napa cabbage, the frise, the butter, little gem, romaine again, arugula, spinach, the kale, the Belgian endive, and then the romaine as well. And here you can see that they've added dandelion to the lettuce family. The common factors shared by every member of the lettuce family are their soft and bitter tasting leaves and the white sap that runs through the leaves and the stems. This sap becomes visible once the stem is cut. Before lettuce was a highly cultivated plant, the sap contained narcotic properties not dissimilar to the effects of the opium poppy. It caused a soporific stupor in Benis as well as people. The name Luctaca or latex is derived from this sap, while sativa is the common term for being cultivated. The ancient lettuce was a weed-like plant that was originally harvested by early Egyptians more than 6,000 years ago. They gathered it only for its seeds, which provided a rich oil that was used for both cooking and medicinal purposes. The Greeks and the Romans included lettuce in their diets as well as mostly for the milky sap that ran through the stems. The Romans would eat lettuce at the end of their meals to help them create a sense of calm and bring on sleep. As lettuce was cultivated, however, this narcotic effect was reduced and the leaves started to be eaten in the very beginning of the meal, as the bitter leaves would stimulate appetite. In more modern texts from the 15,000s, lettuce leaves were said to be adorned with a seasoned oil to make them more palatable, beginning what we now know as lettuce salads. Now, let's look at the nutritional value of lettuce. The lettuce leaf is around 65% water by weight when you carry it. The remaining 4% is made up of dietary fiber, vitamins and minerals, and simple sugars. It is also classified as a vegetable that takes more energy to chew and digest. That's 55 kgs per 100 grams. It provides the body, which is why it is the staple in many weight loss diets. The different types of lettuce all provide varying amounts of nutrients. However, they can generally be said to be a good source of vitamin A and K. Most types are also highly in vitamin B9, which forms a folate essential for fertility and productive health. Let's go for a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Back from that short break. Now we are going to look at how to buy lettuce in the market. A properly harvested lettuce will have a firm heart, the middle bunching of the leaves. An iceberg lettuce should have tightly layered leaves, whereas a butterhead lettuce will be more springy than solid to the touch. One tip of buying lettuce is to look for fresh, green, crispy leaves, which have a slightly sweet aroma like fresh air. If possible, you should try to buy your lettuce from local markets where there has been very little time in transporting from the farm, from the picking point of sale. When buying lettuces, they are wrapped in plastic. Always check the best before date and inspect the contents to check for any brown marks or soggy leaves. Now, let's look at how to store lettuce. Only buy fresh lettuces when you need them and use them as soon as possible. A head of lettuce simply won't last in a dehydrating, refrigerated environment and will also rapidly lose its crispiness if left out of room temperature. Now, let's look at how to grow your own lettuce at home. Lettuce grows quite fast, taking only 65 and 85 days to fully develop from seeds. They are best planted in spring or autumn rather than in the heat of summer or the frost of winter. The lettuce plant will bolt to flower and will go to seed quite quickly if there is too much atmospheric heat. This is the plant's survival technique to prevent it losing too much moisture from its soft leaves. Additionally, the seeds will not germinate in soil that is over 25 degrees Celsius. Quite common in our hot Antipodean summers. The plant also requires a very fertile soil with plenty of compost and needs lots of water to thrive. And in regrowing your lettuce, just watch our final video that will teach you how to grow lettuce quicker with just plain water and sunlight from home.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me were meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. You and me, meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
Now let's look at the bacteria you can find in lettuce. Listeria is a common bacteria containment of lettuce. If the leaves of the lettuce are allowed to get too moist, or if they are not stored in ideal chilled conditions, listeria can become highly problematic. It always pays to use the leaves when they are as fresh as possible, and avoid eating leaves where there is visible browning or composition in the stem and leaves. Reduce the waste of lettuce. Lettuce have long been stored in plastic bags to assist with long-term preservation. Now, as we are all trying to reduce our plastic consumption, buying commercially grown lettuces has become a challenge, as the plastic is all but essential. The plastic from a store-bought lettuce can be reused in the kitchen, providing it is cleansed thoroughly to prevent listeria bacteria from being passed on. Otherwise, the obvious alternative is to grow lettuce in your own garden space and store in proper trays with wet paper towels. Now, let's look at cooking with lettuce. Lettuce leaves aren't traditionally cooked, as they break down quickly with excessive heat and turn soft and mushy, almost slimy in fact. There are exceptions to this rule. However, in French cooking, lettuces are quickly braised with peas in the classic dish. The shredded leaves can also be used in broth like soups or creamed to use with egg dishes, but most commonly the leaves are simply washed and torn or cut for uses in salads. Now, to prepare a lettuce, trim away any stalks and remove the discolored outer leaves. Also, make sure to wash the vegetable carefully, as dirt can easily get trapped in the kernel of the leaves and the stems. It is best to dry lettuce leaves after washing to get rid of any bacteria that may get trapped in the cleaning water. This can be done by leaving the lettuce to drain in a sieve or colander, or can be used as a purpose-built lettuce spinner. Using dry, clean kitchen paper napkins or towels is also another good option. This is where we end today's episode on people's living, and today's topic we handled lettuce. Yes, and I know you have learned a lot. Please like and share. Let us know your comments. Let us know your thoughts on this particular episode. If you have any ideas or anything that could help us in knowing more about lettuce, please share with us. Thank you.